Okay, wait, let's see. Is there a problem with my save games? Let's restart the game. What's the issue? What's the... Maybe I need to restart it. Well, okay. Looking better. Let's see. Okay. Back here on top of the tower. The Spire of the Soul Seers. And yeah, we're not going to do this quest right now. Because it's way too hard for us right now. So we're heading downstairs to the sacred stair. Keep looking around. Looking for more quests to pick up. We have so many quests right now. Our quest log is overflowing with so many quests. But we can pick up even more quests. Oh shit. Okay, we have the Temple of Baraf here. That's sure. Okay, sure, check it out. Alright. Some dead people. You surely don't need this anymore, right? You don't mind, right? Long incisions along the corpse, stomach, and chest provide access to the organs.
Will do.
Tablets hold the tale of Cahopa and Tangaloa devouring creation at the very dawn of time. An ailing or more priest regards your approach with curiosity. He coughs into his sleeve, stained with a spatter of silvery flake.
Come closer to the altar. Come inside. The temple welcomes all to worship, most especially you.
Most especially me. The priest peers knowingly at the center of your chest, lips curving an ardent smile, hands trembling. He touches a length of chain around his neck.
I ask only for no talking. Not until we pay our respects to Bereth, to Rikuhu. Let us pray.
He bows his head.
Silent prayer? Where are the songs, I say? Did you learn this from Valians?
Ugh. I practice extremely silent prayer. Not praying. It works just as well and takes less time.
Let's show a little respect, all right?
Again, I ask that you please fall silent for prayer.
Cross your arms over your chest and watch.
Deity of life and death, the endless devourer who encompasses all existence, hear this prayer, this voice chiming. I beseech you, Kohopa and Tangaloa, to ready this shell for sucking. Purify my soul in preparation for the coming of the next sight. Digest all of my devotion. Swallow my sorrows, even the smallest swell, so I can be spit on the morrow. And Rikuhu, Bereth, my god and goddess both, the eels that churn in ceaseless cycle, the new and the next, and...
Tap your foot impatiently. Priest clears his throat and hurriedly answers invocation.
Blessed be and jubilations.
He presses his hands over the center of his chest, touching the item tucked beneath his shirt. Then raising his head, he cracks a frail smile.
All right. I will address your inquiries best as I can. So ask.
What was that about preparing your soul for shucking?
End of the turn. I'm nearing it. Been working hard, preparing for weeks. You know, to die. But first, I've got to leave guidance for my apprentice, the next in the cycle, chosen to lead.
He sweeps a hand toward the stone tomes piled across the floor. You're dying?
Been wasting away for months. Can't say it's been easy, dying so soon. I thought about stopping a few times.
Why would you want to die soon?
Maybe you can see. I'm no death godlike. Bereth bestowed not one in my generation with a chime. Not the next, neither. A flawed messenger like me can't open the crypts. So my best chance is to die.
Tell me about the writing on the tomes.
Liturgies. Instructions for ritual preparations. When and how. Sermons. Some histories, too.
His fingers trail carefully across stone as craggy as his skin.
All of this, it's our knowledge has gleaned through centuries of service. Now, I've got to leave it all behind for the next disciple.
Impressive altar. What else can this temple boast?
Under the temple, carved in the mountain's caverns, lies an extraordinary maze of catacombs. So I've read. They're the hanging sepulchres, burial place for ancient Wana chieftains. The bodies are protected by Bereth's best, roaming, always, plus the ways sealed by the deity itself.
His words catch in his throat and he curves forward in a spine-racking fit, hacking until he's flush-faced. Fumbling a goatskin flask to his lips, he drinks until Minnow's silver liquid dribbles over and slicks his chin.
Better.
He wheezes, wiping a palm over his chin.
The timing's getting tighter. And there is one thing before the end. Something only one touched by Bereth can do.
What's in that liquid? What did you just consume?
Drafts mercurial.
Grin's teeth tinge gray. That's going to kill you. He shakes his head.
Getting my heart cut out's going to kill me. When the time's right.
Tell me what you need. The priest presses the palm of his hand to the front of his chest. He stares, scrutinizing your face. He shakes his head, disappointed.
The coil resonates, but it's weak. You could unseal the way, but you'd die inside, I think. My chance would be lost then. Lost with your remains. Not just anyone can escape the hanging sepulchres. Alive.
Stare him down. As the silence stretches, Kazu sighs wearily. He wavers on his feet. He releases his grip on the pendant with a feeble nod.
I'd best not let this chance pass. There's a sacred text. The eulogy to Isaiah. It's been buried in the catacombs beneath the temple for centuries, next to his champions. I need it. Of course, the tombs, they only open to the dead, or those bearing Bereth's chime.
Why do you need Isaiah's eulogy?
It never was added to the tomes, but it holds the final clues for my death. It's my best chance. I prayed for decades, night to day and night again. Now, here you are, just in time. Means Bereth sent you to see to my success.
I have some questions about Isaiah and the catacombs beneath this temple.
I'll tell you what I can.
What's the story with Isaiah?
He's no Juana, nor a death godlike neither, but he was a high priest of Bereth. His hair was a Diran, a hunter, chasing the undead 200 years ago. Read somewhere, one tome, he sailed to the Deadfire for a weapon, abhorrent to Bereth. Said the blade held a power most fearful.
The priest's face flashes with fervency. His voice rises in volume as he speaks until his breath catches, and he doubles over into a hacking fit.
Isaiah fought hard for it, won the blade, but suffered grievous wounds. Bereth kept him alive till he could make it to the temple's catacombs. His champions were the ones who wrote his eulogy. Later, they were buried in the sepulchres too.
How do I enter the catacombs under the temple?
You've got to go outside, on the lower walkway. Doors sealed up tight, though. Priests before me All death godlikes could open it. Door requires a coil, resonating with Bereth's chime. But I haven't met a death godlike in my time.
I'd like to know more about the Hanging Sepulchre.
They're from the long-forgotten time, when there was only Juana living in the mountain. They got carved in even before the temple sprung up, before there was Nekataka or a queen. They're well guarded, because not all of Bereth's dead like the rest in their graves.
I've heard enough for now.
All right. But there's something you've got to know. Or I guess I've just got to say.
Priest bobs his head. From beneath his shirt he untucks the stone carved circlet in the image of an eel. The pendant vibrates on the length of his chain, drumming harder the closer he holds it to you.
You're my best chance. Or only, maybe. Take the coil. It'll open the crypts. Bring me a sayer's eulogy, and I'll teach you all I know of Bereth's arcana.
You mentioned something about undead in the catacombs.
The dead, with their souls, they roam still. The ones who were chosen by Bereth. Not everyone's born so blessed. Sometimes, instead, you've got to die for it.
This is a temple to Barath, right? So who's Rikuhu, Kohopa, and Tangaloa?
The same. Your word, Bereth. Our word, Rikuhu. We worship the twin deal. The cyclic connection of the overworld and the underworld. Life and death. Life is Kohopa, and Tangaloa is death. Born starving, they devoured all living things, swelling larger each. When they'd swallowed all of existence, they tried to eat each other next. Now all things pass through their entrails. The end of one enters the mouth of the next, from the underworld to the overworld and back. Again and again.
Farewell. Okay, what about this quest then? Okay. Yeah, way too high.
So you defeated this ship-devouring beast all by yourself?
I'm telling you, you just have to aim for the eyes.
Okay, this is just a regular way down, okay. High Priest Hati. The Magranite priest has the build of a boulder. His thickest frame stretches his fine robes at the seams. He regards you with a steady, calm gaze, nodding in greeting.
Be welcome. We gather to honor the goddess. for we must earn the strength to endure the darkest of life's battles.
This is your temple?
Akira, rain and wind is a better teacher than any priest. A fighter accustomed to comfort earns only bruises. Each obstacle is a challenge we must answer. These are whetstones that sharpen us into fine blades.
I didn't expect to see many foreigners at the temple.
It is an opportunity to learn. What good is a fighter who knows how to defend against a single enemy? If we must one day fight one another, such is Magran's will.
Muhai has passed. I'd like to commit her body to the flames.
Muhai?
The priest's calm demeanor is shattered by its hissed utterance. He glances around you both.
Muhai has broken with Wahana. The Queen has forbade that any should have contact with her. Akira? She would be banished to the Undercity if not for her sickness. And now that has finished her.
What does it mean?
The sharing of resources among the tribe. For what do we let the Mataru rule us, if not to dispense Wahana in fairness?
A group of the Wapua came to seek Muhai's counsel, for she was known as a great navigator. Muhai was of the Oweki before she came to Neketaka. The Oweki and Wapua were enemies for many years, before Queen Onekaza's time. Muhai misled the hunting party, and they were lost. All of us are Kahanga now. To harm Wapua is to harm Oweki. As Muhai turned her back upon her kin, so we were commanded to turn ours upon her. The Queen would have us join our tribes into one raised fist. She could not let Muhai's crime stand.
So it was a political decision?
I say it was done for the good of our people. The traitors, they make war upon themselves. Each dousing another's flame, they are reduced to embers.
She died alone, isn't that enough?
So too did she act on her own, against her own people. She does not deserve the honor of walking with the gods.
Honor? Percamplanca. The gods spoil everything they touch. They are charlatans and cowards, the lot of them.
Can she not redeem herself?
Muhai is dead. She has lost her final battle.
Who says one's chance for redemption ends with death? For some, it's only the beginning.
Come. Give me the body. I will bury her beyond the great city walls. It is the best that I can do.
No, I will do as she asked and burn her body.
You would defy the word of our queen?
The priest looks down at you, his lined face twisting into a solemn frown. Dump the body in the fire. You heave your grim burden into the brazier, where it lands with a scattering of embers. The body burns with unnatural swiftness in the flames, reduced to ash within what seems to be mere moments. Nearby, the priest regards the dancing flames with grim disapproval.
This will not go unnoticed, outsider.
It is done. I can feel it. I am certain of it. My essence returns to me.
You can detect no change in Muhai's spectral form now that her corpse is gone. All the same, she raises her hands to the height of her eyes, examining them.
You have greater loyalty within you than those of my own blood, Watcher. You have freed me.
Not.
When I was yet not too sick to rise, and had hope of leaving the city, I hid away a jewel with which I could buy passage. Climb the temple steps and search among the pillars. You will find it behind a loose stone. I will not sail again. Perhaps you can make use of it. I will find my way from here. Amira's winds blow sweet upon you, Watcher. May you always find what you seek.
Will do.
Mark Vanderbeek. Find a man of middle years inspecting a metal tool unlike any you've seen. He has several similarly strange items on his belt, all quite clean and orderly. They look like the tools one might use to pull a tooth or shoe a horse, but much more delicate. He wears pristine green-colored robes. The muzzle of an arquebus is visible just over his shoulder. His eyes brighten when he notices you. The man's robes shimmer with a faint trace of arcane energy. Glyphs stitched into the hems and sleeves seem to be the source of the effect.
A good day, traveler. I see you've taken an eye to my instruments. If you've any interest in the medical sciences, you need only ask. Well then, questions?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm a researcher in the medical sciences. And before you ask, no, I don't mean animancy. Neither do I mean magic, nor, gods forbid, necromancy. Medicine. Study of the Kith body, its inner workings and such. I've misgivings about magic use. It's useful, I'll grant you that, but it's a crutch. Stunts our scientific development, you understand. Makes me a bit unpopular, as you can no doubt imagine, which is why I've got this arquebus here.
I see.
I came here to the archipelago to evade my rival's attempts at sabotage. And there certainly is quite a lot of work in the Deadfire, I must tell you.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm a researcher in the medical sciences. And before you ask, no.
Okay.
I've misgivings about magic use. It's useful. A patient of mine died under questionable circumstances. One morning they were fine, and the next they were dead. Someone is trying to discredit my work, I just know it. But they won't succeed. I came here to the archipelago to evade my rival's attempts at sabotage. And there certainly is quite a lot of work in the Deadfire, I must tell you.
Can you teach me what you've learned in your research?
I've told you of my troubles. I suppose it's the least I can do. Settle in now. I've got a lecture prepared for just this occasion. Of course, it will cost you 3,000 copper.
Enhance alchemy and religion, okay. Alchemy and religion. No, I don't think so.
Should you change your mind, you'll find me here.
Alchemy and religion. Mark Vanderbeek. What was Arcana and Medicine? I guess price is always 3,000 copper. But just in case. Noting it there.
Yes, what? Well then, I've told you of my troubles.
Alchemy and religion, okay, completely different.
Settle in now. I've got... Should you...